Batiste here with Mondu on that Lucio. Godspeed manages to find the first blood on the first round here. Back to bases, Sabioldi will be taken down. No real way to run away. Yeah, Ice Block already going to be forced out here from Hawksall, as is the wall. Discord Orb goes forward onto him, so they get rid of the May, they get rid of the Reinhardt. And despite Architect taking a little bit of damage, he will be able to go ahead and recall back after killing Jonak, and the first point lockdown is there for Hangzhou.
They're getting chunked down super early.
Pulse Bomb there gets rid of the Immortality Field. Jonak quickly cleaned up thereafter. They try to get the freeze here onto QOQ, but it's got so much peel, so much support coming through. Hangzhou Spark just very easily win them. QOQ denies him. Fantastic debut for him here on the Hangzhou Spark. Will get frozen for the moment. Transcendence is there from Bebe to help keep him alive. Mondu drops the beat, puts that sound barrier shielding out here for the rest of the NYXL squad. But they desperately need to get some picks, and they need them right now. They will find their first as QOQ falls. Bebe following it shortly thereafter as Sabioldi gets up in his grill. Now looks for the finish here onto Godspeed, who just doesn't really know which way to look. And as he's turned the other way, distracted by the enemy Tracer, Hawksall manages to get the kill. So NYXL finally are on the board, but not before we see that OT forced out.
Their way through. But once they get into the point, they can Flux, and there it is.
Yeah. Flux does come in, but Sabioldi gets the backline assassination onto Bebe. QOQ not going to be able to find anything really with that Flux. Now just trying to survive, gets that brief stun there onto Mono, knocking him down with the accretion, but the latter half of the fight is very much in the hands of the enemy.
Very conservative strategy here.
Mono nearly getting taken down there. You can hear the blizzard coming out off screen from Hawksall. Godspeed under some fire, is just going to be throwing the bomb down the way, but he's going to get all the way across the walkway without, coming across anybody at all. So now he's out of line of sight, so he's not even shooting at the Mortality Field. Saves him, and Mono nearly gets picked off with the help of that Discord Orb. Does manage to retreat. The sound barrier catches everybody, and QOQ is going to be burned down by the Coalescence there from Jonak. Architect dead. Pulse Bomb not going to be able to find anything. Bebe only managing to find Mondu, but they need so much more than that if they want to drag this back into their favor and close out the first round. But NYXL seeming like they have this round turned on its head with Gushui falling. Things keep looking better and better for them. QOQ frozen up in the blizzard that was slapped down onto the point. OT will tick away, and 100-99 NYXL.
So a little bit different from the outset, but it's mostly the same. And this is definitely not the type of map where you have choke point control like you did on Mecha Base. So let's see how it does here.
All right, well, a couple kills going to be coming through here as Architect gets tagged. Nice block forced by Hawksall on that high ground, but Godspeed's got the snipes. He's prepped on the McCree this time. And it was working a little bit of a treat, but Hotbot, he's able to go ahead and bounce those spears in. Manages to pick him off as he tries to retreat. Now to be shifting over onto Mono as Jonak tries to keep his teammates alive. Holt comes through to get the Flux. They slam him back down, and that's going to be Mono taken down as QOQ finds the second kill now onto Hotbot. Very back and forth here, but as the dust settles, you'll see it is very much in favor of the Hangzhou Spark, only losing out on QOQ.
I mean, Architect's got another Pulse ready.
Pull in, Pulse goes out. Softens him up, and it's actually going to be Jonak the one who gets eliminated first. Godspeed finds a headshot as well onto Hotbot for delaying that gravitic flux that he so desperately wants, which will allow for Bebe to have that Transcendence online.
The Lucio pick here.
The sidelines here from that Deadeye. Trying desperately to get the shots off. Doesn't manage to do so on the flashbang. Will go straight into the Rhine Shield as well, so that doesn't net that much. But Sabioldi and Mono will both be eliminated. Hawksall with the Blizzard only able to find the Supercharger from Gushui so far. And it seems like that might be as good as it gets for him. Like tries to drag this one back under control with his damage orb, killing off two people. Godspeed and Bebe both eliminated by Jonak. Doesn't matter what characters he's on, he is still getting kills, and he's continuing to do so here in this fight, as well as keep Hotbot sustained. Coalescence leads to yet another one. He'll finish off Gushui as well. Everyone that has fallen for the Hangzhou Spark in this fight has been Jonak. Now the Immortality Field will join them. Architect as well. This man cannot be stopped. Mono finally takes one away from this guy. Now going out as well. The Hawksall, who has the Blizzard online after one final right click. Godspeed going to be picked off. The Blizzard going to be used. And you can see fruits of NYXL's labors paying off, and Hangzhou Spark cannot make their way over to the point, and despite Dragon Blade online, Jonak standing by with the nano boost. They will go ahead here. Architect drawing his out first. He's on the hunt. He manages to find Nene, looking for a little bit more. Gets stunned up, dashes through, falls low, and will be eliminated. Hotba able to find that kill, but it's the cost of both Jonak and Nene. Rez comes through from Mondu, but Rez is there from Mika. They bring Architect back into the mix, and Hotba falls shortly thereafter. So this is still going to be a stronghold by the Hangzhou Spark. So chaotic for sure, but they're still holding that.
get around this corner first. He doesn't have a ton of vision, so they're playing it slow.
There's the Flux coming through. Barely managed to get the catch there on a Gushway, but will it matter? We'll have to wait and find out. The Nano Boost has been drawn out. Manages to find one onto QOQ. The solo grab will lock Hawks on place, ensuring that he cannot get any further kills with that ult combo. So he'll just dive down into the car wash and try to get that car rolling. Architect, in the meantime, dashes through, manages to find Hotba. Mono gets a nice juggle there onto Bebe, who did not have a sleep dart available to try and shut him down and save his life.
He's got to be patient with this one, but I think it's going to be their biggest tool.
Another blade. Go ahead, overload, drops down some lava, but Architect is not going to get finished off by that one. Dashes down, gets rid of Jonak, got rid of that turret, and Hawksell gets finished off by Bebe, so this is still looking very much like a potential full hold here in the hands of the Hangzhou Spark. They have very limited ults to work with. Pulse Bomb
could be that full hold you were talking about. There's the Nano.
For it. Primal Rage now available from Gushway already as Goomba Stomp Jonak out of existence, then goes ahead, gets that kill onto Hawksall as well. Mono taken down by Godsby, and Gushway is just desperately trying to track down a Tracer here. Takes him low, but he's just keeping Nene occupied, ensuring that Bebe and Mika can survive. Jumps back over to the cart, will finally finish him off, and the OT will bleed away. No one else able to tag in. Hangzhou Spark. One saving grace realistically here for NYXL is that QOQ has not gotten that much charge. We'll see. That's going to be the Nano Boost toss.
Godspeed is just going to walk it in.
Rolling forward. Is anyone going to tag onto this one? It's just gliding forward. They finally contest it. Mono stopping it just 2 meters away. Almost got that back cap coming through. So dangerously close. NYXL. They are now getting cleaned up. Yep, Hot Button Mono. The 2 that they needed to stay on the cart. We'll go ahead and get top back up as Jonak finds one.
Yeah, he obliterates QQ, discords him, and then just headshots him repeatedly. Left click, taking him out. Now, Gushway here on the point, but I don't know if he really has the staying power to stick with this one, and I think they're going to have to regroup and set for another push. Jonak.
Fully unintentional, but it was still very funny to me.
Jonak actually doing way more damage in this setup. I'm losing this fight.
Okay, well, Bob going to be initiated here by Godspeed. Tosses that one out first. Chips away, and Godspeed finds the shots there onto Anama, take him down. Seems like he had moved out of the Immortality Field, or he had lobbed that over towards somebody else to try to keep them alive. Either way, he is gone, as is Nene. His Architect is here on the high ground. 6 HP remaining, though. As Jonak strikes back, tries to get that kill. Transcendence now going to be coming through. Hotbutt uses his Flux. There's a couple people with it, it would seem, inside the hotel. The Pulse Bomb will get 2. Jonak and
he takes a mono.
Stuck together. Jonak still manages to find IDK before he gets exploded. But it seems like Hangzhou Spark can push forward and really entrench themselves now on point A, because New York have to push back through this archway. Hawksall does manage to find Architect, however, the Dynamite will burn down Gushway. So just like that, NYXL turning the fight around and re-grabbing control.
Such a close fight. I mean,
still needs 24%. Whereas Hangzhou Spark, they have plenty to work with here. Mono already going to be eliminated. Stun out of the Flux there onto QOQ. Gets that Discord Orb. Transcendence going to be popped by Baby to help keep IDK and his tank line alive as they push forward and shove NYXL off the point. Bob, for good measure, will go through, but points already going to be capped. But a very nice time by here for NYXL. They're going to be starting around 2.5 minutes.
Push around the corner. Not the trance for that exact moment, but Architect is popping off.
Okay, well, IDK just goes ahead, tosses in, and QQ takes away Hawksall's Blizzard. Eats it with a kinetic grasp. That is absolutely massive. That was the big ultimate that NYXL had at their disposal, and they completely lose it. QQ has been phenomenal so far for the Hangzhou Spark, and you see Jonak barely able to trade back. It's going to be Flux coming through, catches 4, slams them back down. Immortality Field will save the majority of them. The bomb going to be slobbed in onto the cart, gets finished off by Gushway, but not before he can get rid of IDK and his Immortality Field. Flux at the back end will catch Godsby and finish him off solo. The Pulse Bomb here from Architect, not going to be able to find anything this time around. Hotbutt hovering above, he's going to be bouncing around the corner looking for some kills.
Their best bet here when they come around the corner, but it's rough because Hawksall is going to have a Blizzard in the longer fight. How many ults do you really want to commit here? No Bob yet.
Yeah, takes down QOQ right off the bat. So he's lobbing the Dynamite through the broken wall, will lead to IDK falling. And now it's just time for the cleanup here. They can't quite get the halt there onto Gushway, so he will be able to Transcendence as well as the Immortality Field, however, from the side of the Hangzhou Spark. So they can turn this one around, and NYXL certainly have an opportunity to cut the cart off right where it sits. A rather large flux coming through, but Anamo again has an immortality field, keeps himself alive, and Jonek finds a frag, taking down Architect. Now Gushue going to fall. QOQ trying to stay alive, burns the kinetic grasp, gets a little bit of shielding, but it's instantly melted away by the NYXL. They take that one down. Jonek continues to fill the kill feed here with his staple Zenyatta play. Gets another one there onto IDK on the back end, and the OT should bleed away. They have the Wrecking Ball trying to come through, but they take it down.
Yeah, Nene doesn't have the angle he wants here, unfortunately, and trying to find a dynamite shot here. It's actually decent. They might be able to collapse in and finish Bebe off here.
Out. It's going to be gone again, this time by Gushue's hand, but pushing forward. QOQ, Bebe both going to be eliminated. Gushue striking back, manages to find a third as Hawksoul will fall. For a little bit more, but it's going to be the Bob scooping the kill here onto Hotba. Again, NYXL, they're tiptoeing their way onto the point. They get a little bit of a tag in, now they get that first hit.
Win a Blizzard fight, and then they're super efficient, and then you lose a lot. So this is risky that they're actually committing here. It's not going so well.
I was going to say, unless QOQ can eat another one, but he's not going to be given the opportunity. Hotba goes ahead, cuts him down. Flux comes through, hovers up over the top. He's looking for a target, but pretty much everybody that he can grab is already just gone. So it doesn't really need to invest the Flux there, but for good measure to get them out of that. Nearly get a pick off there onto Nene. Maywall will cut off Jonek for a little bit of time there, and Hawksoul will get picked off. Bob's going to be coming through from Nene, so they still want this fight, but the Bob just does not last very long at all. As the Blizzard comes through, Jonek pops that Transcendence. Keep everybody alive. Architect looks for a target to try and start building up for another one, trying to predict the movement of Jonek, and he manages to get the body shot there as he was weakened, and finishes him off. Now no supports, one less tank, and NYXL they pulled together. Bob's going to be coming through. Jonek absolutely destroyed. Godsby on the flank, gets that shot. Shot dink there onto QOQ. Forces his position back, and Godsby will be finished off in the meantime. So trying to equalize as best as possible are the NYXL. Can they make their way over to the car? Oh, Transcendence from Baby, just a little bit too late. Gushue. They get burnt down there by the dynamite, and Amo comes in with the killing blow. QOQ isolated, frozen, finish off. That should be the cart managing to make its way into point B now. Yeah, as the supports will fall.
You mentioning the trans being a little bit late.
Flux out from Hotba, finds QOQ. You have the immortality field. That will now be finished off, and Jonek finds that mid-air headshot onto the enemy Sigma to finish him off. So far, just going to be the Bob, all that Spark are able to find, but there you go. They chip away at them, they knock them down one after the other.
I mean, he's played through this meta before. You know, Godsby is picked off by an Animo somehow. I'll never know about that.
I'm not sure quite how that one went down, but either way, Architect under some fire, antied for the moment. Hawksoul dashes through, manages to find two with that dash. Fantastic from him, Dragon Blade online, but you can tell he wants that for the snowball. They do not need it to take this point. The fight is already won. NYXL finally break through. They've got a lot to work with to try and get point B capped, but crucially,
Trance in the Riptire, and then on the follow-up push, go for the Blade. Or maybe they'll do it now. Jonek's in range.
He's waiting for it. Architect, however, manages to find Mono. Dead on the start of the fight here yet again. That robot will finish him off. That will be the Nano Blade coming through. Transcendence comes out. Hawksoul going to be trapped. Now we hear the tire coming in. So far, he's only found Gushue. Godsby with the Bob. Got rid of Anamo. Tire goes around the back and finds Nene. Back over towards the front of the fight, though. Hotba falling low, manages to get rid of QOQ. NYXL, they're trying to move their way up onto the point. Hawksoul sees all those low HP bars. He wants to dash through. He wants to try to get that reset, but he just cannot do so. Architect does manage to cut him down, and that will be the first volley from NYXL cut short.
Yeah.
Mono going through, doesn't really hit much with the pile driver. Will just drop the minefield straight up onto the point. And that will be the immortality field taken down, which allows for a finishing blow onto QOQ. A little bit back and forth here. Three members gone inside of Hangzhou Spark, but of course do have those faster run backs. Gushue tries to make his way over onto the Mega Pack, but will not be allowed to do so. Mono hounds him down. QOQ swapping over onto the Wrecking Ball just does not last very long, and NYXL nearly towards that second tick as Mika has to get the heck out of dodge. Cutting around the wall. Actually finishes off Hotba. He gets him in the head with the primary fire and is still alive and in the fight. Hangzhou Spark, because of that, maybe have a little bit of extra staying power. He could potentially turn this one around, but Nene is starting to pop. Manages to find two. The headshots through. Gets rid of both of the DPS members. Hawksoul can't get much done. He can't push forward and get in range of the enemy targets as he wanted to slice and dice. Now makes his way into the back, however, finds Godspeed, sees that he's vulnerable, manages to take him down. Architect going to be taken out now by Nene, as Akshon barely manages to get the kill there onto QOQ. APAC not quite available for him anyway, so was dead to rights. They get the cleanup, they're looking for the cap, but it seems like that will be the finish, and it is. 1 minute and 28 seconds here for NY. Hicks coming through, not really any kind of extended team fights happening where he can actually right-click and poke away at people. Now this is the fight, however, as Hangzhou will be the first one to fall. Melee shot there from Gushue does eliminate him. Nate playing on the flank, left clicks away to try and get rid of Bebe. Is unable to do so, however, as QOQ and Jonak are duking it out all the way back over towards point B. He will get finished off. Jonak getting zapped on, nearly has that Transcendence online, now has it. Does he pop it? Oh my gosh, had a fraction of a second there, but could have saved his life. But Mika again comes out of nowhere and strikes him down. Finds the kill, as Nene will also be eliminated. Gushue here in the back hallways. It's a very nice corner on multiple members. Hotbot and Hawksall both going to get cleaved down as Hangzhou Spark start ticking up on point A.
I was thinking about it a little bit more in that team fight, and I looked back to Runaway's history and their success on this map. Torbjorn, it's not a hero he almost ever plays, and it's going to be their only repelling tool here versus this Blade.
Yeah, Nano Blade going to be coming through already. The lava going to be thrown down, and yeah, Architect not having a good time. Bob will finish him off. And you see both supports going to be falling shortly thereafter. So NYXL successfully stave off that initial volley here from the Hangzhou Spark. And that is 2 ultimates gone for free. And it seems like it'll be finished off. Hoxel trying to survive, barely makes it into the ice block. The Hulk trying to pull some members of the Spark together. QQ barely staying alive with that Discord Orb. Receives it yet again. Gets a little bit of shielding from that E, but it's not enough for him to last. But Hangzhou Spark still finds some crucial kills now with Hotba falling. They can start ticking up on the point. First tick coming through. Can NYXL stop them? This would be a superior time bank for Spark. Second tick now there. They start making their way back over onto the point. Mono going to be taken down, and Jonak not pulling the trigger yet on this Transcendence. Just trying to frag out, trying to get some kills. Now we'll pop the ultimate while he's by himself on the point. Needs to wait for the rest of the members to try and get here and keep him protected. Pal Driver coming through. QOQ trying to deal with Jonak himself. Very close battle, but QOQ just managed to come out victorious. Mono going to be rolling around as Hotshell comes back through with the Doom Fist, gets the uppercut, slams back down, finds QOQ with the seismic slam. The Blossom is out, however, from Godspeed, builds that one up rather quickly, finishes off Hogstall, and they finish off the point. 221 to 128.
So that push was actually, because he had such a great opportunity when Architect was dead. He's back now, and he's halfway to a Riptire. Hogstall is not going to get a Blade, I don't think, on this overtime push anymore. He just simply can't.
Yeah, without the Mercy pocket, definitely limits that possibility. Anamo, however, gets up close and personal with Bebe, manages to take him down. Abba dives in, the recipient of the nano boost. They get the cleanup kills coming through, and it seems like they will not go down without a fight. They will not be held here at point A in the extra innings. Second tick getting ready to roll in, just have to clear off the point, and with Architect falling, they do just that. So an extra 30-second bump getting ready to come through for NYXL. Primal nearly
clean attack. Sound barrier to
back
approach.
Nene. Point going to be contested here for the moment. Supercharger does not last. Minefield gets through the Riptire. Godspeed gets taken down. Hoxel, however, is eliminated, as his hot buff with the pulse bomb stick from Nene is going to be good, but they have to make their way over onto the point and keep this one contested. You can see Anamo rolling up around the top sides of the pillars, trying to keep things rolling here for NYXL to give them a fighting chance on the point. Transcendence does come through from Bebe, but Mika not in range of it, and Antid can't do anything. They tag back in, continuing to tiptoe on and off the point to force out the OT. They get back in one last time, but Nene gets exploded on the back end of that one, so they cannot get anything on point B. And Hoxel
has Meteor Strike.
Gets across the way, drops down, looks for the punch, gets a hit there onto Hoxel, who's trying desperately to stay alive, tries to trade back, nearly finishes him off. But Godspeed will be able to find the snipe. Meteor Strike now instead going to be dropped safely on top of the roof. Keep himself in the fight. Drops down, punch comes in, manages to tag up Mono, taking him rather low, but Bebe still going to be finished off by Nene, who's now occupying the high ground. Pokes his head out, however, and Godspeed takes it off. Seismic Slam coming through. Hook pulls Architect back around the corner, but he's going to be okay. QOQ with the Graviton Surge lines up for himself to get a double kill. Now Mono going to be finished off. Jonak gone as well before he can get the Transcendence online, and Hangzhou Spark will be able to get this cap, so they are either giving us a draw. Pushing their way forward. Energy still going to be nicely built up here from QOQ. See Hoxel trying to cut them off with the Molten Core, forcing them to walk through damage, and Gushue just gets absolutely destroyed. Jonak helping, getting that assist there on the back of the Torbjorn. Also melts down Bebe. Now Godspeed going to be gone. Hold out your telescope, and it's looking like it's a pretty clear night now. Wolf, the clouds have parted.
Yeah.
OT will bleed away. And for the first time in a while, it feels like, at least with you.
But it pays off.
Point nearly capped for now by NYXL. There we go. Finally, do manage to net that for themselves, but APAC going to be taken down. QOQ finding that kill. For a little bit more, it's Godby just sitting up here on top of the point. Gets that just primary fire, unscoped kill onto Mono. We could be seeing a very fast flip back. Yeah, Hangzhou Spark finishing off Sabiobi now, and Amo will be able to take this. So only 17. Let's see, Argentine is constantly dashing around looking for another target. This time it's going to be Jonak taken down by Gushue. Anama tries to keep everybody alive. Sabiobi, however, breaks things open, manages to find both supports with a single pulse bomb, follows up with another kill onto Godsby, now gets QOQ. Sabiobi has had enough. He is back in. He has been raring to go since he was subbed out after map 1. And you could see Jonak falling low. Headshot would have finished him off, but he'll go ahead and use the Transcendence just in case so he can stay alive. And tries to heal up Mono, who's under a lot of pressure right now. As he pokes out, manages to find that kill, but Jonak punishes him for it. But you can see the rest of NYXL now crumbling. Nene manages to find one more, but it's a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of the Hangzhou Spark, who have since flipped the point back into their favor and now have the lead.
He's hoping to kill a flanking Tracer, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, Pulse Bomb out yet again. Speaking of killing Tracers, Godsby manages to do just that. Finds Sabiobi, gets the headshot, and he's struggling to try and get that line of sight to finish off Architect, who's being such a pain in the rear. QOQ completely surrounded, however, does fall under the pressure as Gushue makes his way back to the point, dropping that barrier, setting up that bunker to try and go ahead and close out this round. Jonak and Mono now going to be falling. Mika jumping back up here on the high ground. As that shift gets the heals coming through. Sabiobi gets rid of Godsby, but then he needs to get rid of so much more, but he just will not be given the opportunity. Is finished off, as is Hotba. And that will be the first round of Ilios closed out.
And his ability to help heal for Tracers that are threatening him when the rockets come through makes him, I think, a better choice in this particular case, but
okay,
Nene's going to knock him out eventually. There you go. Rez is going to be here because it's a safe landing for the body.
Very fortunate in that regard, but Nene pushes forward to get that crossfire, and with Sabiobi hovering nearby, they do get rid of Architect again, but now Godsby, he's in the back line. They lose out on both supports here as he finishes off an ammo. Things still look a little bit rough here for NYXL. Sabiobi trying to peel back on.
Transcendence isn't necessarily going to save you against that because the damage comes through so quick. Gyokyu's looking for this minefield first.
Really one of the most passively placed minefields that I've ever seen. We'll just put the Transcendence out from Jonak to go ahead and clear through those. Godsby with the full spawn, manages to find an ammo. Mono will get rid of Bebe, but now Jonak going to be gone, so there's no supports available here for the side of the NYXL. As they have to survive, they have to either that or reset pretty soon here. But instead, they're going to press forward. They managed to find 2 more picks, but Architect strikes back with 2 of his own. Gets rid of Sabiobi and Nene with a barrage. Now looks for a little bit more. Jumps up into the air to try and evade. Gets the concussive knock onto Hotba, sending him into the pit with
actually
95% on the board. Hangzhou Spark might just be able to take Ilios 2-0.
And NYXL have a nano boost available. Jonak actually made the swap as he died on Zenyatta there after Trance to the Ana. Which is going to be great for stalling. They're going to use it right now.
And Nene manages to find the double tap there, takes out Architect. Godsby rotating around the back, gets on top of Jonak, and he will fall under the pressure. It's an exchange of the Anas, and now QOQ going to be sent into the pit as well. The res already burned. That goes on to Architect. Which way finds one. Gets rid of Nene. Pulse Bomb gets rid of Mono. An all-out bloodbath off the point. Now Hangzhou Spark finally tag in on the point here momentarily. QOQ trying to get that roll through, but unable to do so. Nano Boost rolling. Look at the jump right in on top of his skull. Gets rid of Nene with a barrage. Solo ult used onto him. We'll see if that's going to cost him in the end. Mono manages to find Bebe. Jonak going to be gone. Now Sabiobi going to be eliminated. Hangzhou Spark have the tools that they need. They have the picks that they need. Go ahead and close this one out. Just have to get rid of Hotba here.
No way, another one!
Man, another boot now. Sending Mono into the pit. Did not have the grapple hook ready to go to pull himself back up to safety. The OT bleeds away, and the Hangzhou Spark will be able to close out. Healing Orb to try to be able to hold that primary fire heal again. The Deadeye not really going to be netting too much, softens him up a bit. The Shatter comes down, however, does manage to stun 3, but they can't push in to try and get those kills. In fact, it's going to be Godsby clapping back. Manages to find Mondu, now Sabiobi going to be gone. There's that Blizzard rolls here. So trying to turn things around. Wall comes up, Architect goes into the ice block, and Mono is cut off. Will be finished off. Now they just have to make their way over onto the point. NYXL has been in control this entire time. retreating
this is a
back
disaster for
and trying
Hangzhou Spark, not playing this one perfectly, but they finally regroup now, and they have ult advantage. Hawksall swapped.
That eye's out from
that's
Godspeed,
huge!
manages to find Hoppa. Oh no, as he tries to use the gravitic flux. Kyoku will finish off Mono. Hawksall diving into the back, tries to get the finishing blow here onto Bebe, but he is protected by that immortality field. And they managed to finish him off, so the Doomfist not going to be netting them too much. They get a last-second delay here from Saebyeolbe as the flip will finally come in, so Hangzhou...
His gravitic flux, he had his Deadeye pointed exactly where he would be, and then is just able to pop him instantly before the voice line finishes. Insane play.
Blizzard comes in from Architect. Mono already going to be gone. Hotba walled off from the rest of the squad. It just gets burned down very steadily there by Gushue. This will be a one fight for the Hangzhou Spark. Ult efficient as well, just the Blizzard, all they had to use.
Hangzhou had a rough start to this round.
It's going to be that ult down. Mono with a pin, gets rid of Mika.
That's a good start.
Now pushes his way back up top, fire strike through, just going to be clipping Gushue barely. A bit more, and you can see that crossfire coming through. Mono not really sure which way to hold the shield. Lessons does roll, helps keep him topped up as Godspeed receives an icicle to the skull. Hawksall cutting him down and putting them very much back into the fight. Tries to get the boop into the pin there. Onto Bebe, is unable to do so, but NYXL now looking more and more entrenched on this point, just looking for that final flip. As they push into the hall to finish off QOQ. Seems like this
Blizzard
could just be NYXL closing it out right now.
Yeah, I think so. Blizzard's out. The Wrecking Ball touch is all they've got.
Yeah, but Gushue instantly burned down there. They need somebody else to make their way to the point. They cannot do so. Hangzhou Spark themselves.
All right. They got the first cap. And that's so, in the mirror matchup especially, that's so important on control. Because now they can slow all of New York's attacks. They can ice wall it out. New York's going to go for a drop down here. They're going to go for a desperate fight.
Oh, Hotbot manages to find Mika. Follows up
He
for a
gets a
second.
double.
The Grecian gets rid of Architect. They get more. Looks like Mono's going to be taking the reins now. Gets rid of Gushue. The cleanup starts coming through. Godspeed only able to answer one, but now he's got the entire wrath of the NYXL after him and Saebyeolbe.
Bebe finally finishing. We're going to see those traded in the fight.
Don't worry about the shatter. Gushue looking to drop that one. Does manage to find Hawksall. The pin comes in. The fire strike, however, gets rid of Jonak, and Gushue gets the counter pin onto Mono. And just like that, the pendulum swing is back into the favor of the Hangzhou Spark. They'll get the cleanup here on the NYXL, who still get to build up ultimates. They lose a coalescence in that fight, but this is just time being. As Mono gets taken to the ground there briefly. Will be okay in the long run for now. Hawksall falling low. Double kill from Mika, the right-click boop, takes out he and Mono in one fell swoop.
And let's not forget,
now rolling through, gets rid of Mandu, and Hotpa will fall, and Hangzhou Spark. There's sight lines, Flux coming through from QOQ, slams them back down. Godspeed going to be the first one to fall as the healing orb comes out from Jonak. Freeze comes in onto Mika. They will go ahead and focus fire down the enemy Lucio, ensuring that he can't do anything. They get rid of him. Mandu will be eliminated as well, so a trade on those Lucios. Saebyeolbe, however, finds Architect. NYXL fighting tooth and nail, trying to get the split back into their favor, but Gushue, he might be able to turn it all on its head if he can get this kill. Takes Mono off the point.
So smart!
Hammer, manages to find two, but is that going to be enough? Mono comes back, pushes forward in behind him, manages to swing and take him down. So NYXL, they have so many ults right now in their favor. The Flux going to be coming through first and foremost. Mono going to be slowed up, frozen. Sound barrier from Mandu keeps him alive. Bebe stunned out of his coalescence, I do believe. Shatter dropped, manages to find Godspeed alone. They finish him off, and Saebyeolbe finds yet another kill with the Deadeye. Gets rid of Architect. And New York Excelsior, they're looking to finish this one off. They want the 2-0 here.
It might end.
They do not want to go to a final round. Show any damage. They get the stun, and Saebyeolbe will be taken down off the high ground. That's a lot of pressure alleviated right now for the rest of the Hangzhou Spark. But is this going to be enough for them to get this flip and try and take the round? Architect gets rid of Mandu, so it seems like maybe it could happen. Godspeed with it, and I gets rid of Hawks on the fire strike. Takes down Mono. Jonak is going to fall. Saebyeolbe desperately tries to swap over onto the Tracer, but the flip is already through for the Hangzhou Spark. Just have to get rid of Hotba on that high ground. They solo Shatter to finish him off. OT will bleed away, and it is one final. Keeps himself safe, baby. Forced to use that Bio Nade to keep himself sustained. Saebyeolbe will not be able to pursue further to try to get that kill. Architect back into the air, looking to finish off Hawksall, trying to line up the shots, barely missing these rockets. Time and time again, he's getting so close to nipping him and taking him straight out of the fight. The point's still not locked down by either team. Hangzhou Spark for the moment, the closer of the two. Pulse Bomb going to be lobbed in, but Saebyeolbe a bit off the mark with that one. Doesn't find anything. Little recall out, but Godspeed with a Pulse Bomb of his own does find Jonak. Takes him down. Mandu tries to get the res, gets punished for that one as Godspeed pursues forward. Hoppa will kill him off, but That's as good as it gets for now for NY.
To lose with the advantages they have.
So back and forth in that last round. Let's see if NYFL can get it done now. Hawksall receiving the nano boost, nearly taken out, has to retreat. Architect pushing over, gets the double tap to finish off Mondu, now goes in with a barrage. Tries to get Hawksall out of the sky, instead it's going to be Mika who gets that job, but the res is there to bring blow up, but Architect just can't quite weave those through. If Yobi gets rid of Mika, sure that pocket's not going to be there. Hawksall dumping in with a barrage, doesn't find any kills, and Architect in the meantime gets rid of Mondu. Let's see if Yobi will find the better of Godspeed, winning out of the Tracer battle. Architect jumps back, still under fire, trying to retreat. Will finally be in line of sight of Bebe. Get top back up. It's 99% here for the Hangzhou Spark. NYXL need to flip this one through into their favor. They need to do it right here, right now, or else this series is gone. In map number 6, they've taken it this far. They do not want to go out like this.
Hawksall swapping over to Reaper. It's so desperate. It's so desperate here. Nano's out. They're barely alive.
Yeah, it goes onto Hotba. Jonak falling.
Oh, that was on the point!
They don't get on the point!